Do you remember this? That left me with a lot of hair, but at the same time, I had a fugly Amaya I was ready to fix up. I started off by doing Amaya a favor and chopping off all of her clown hair. I cut it as close to the scalp as possible, and this is how she turned out. Joey and I were appreciating how densely rooted her hair was. It looked awesome like this. After soaking her head in boiling hot water, I removed her head, popped her eyeballs out, and I guess I removed all the hair from the plugs. I just didn't film it for some reason, but I used tweezers and pliers to do that. I showed you the orange pliers in the beginning of this clip because I started out with those, but those ended up being too wide for the neck hole where you pull the hair out. So find a smaller size set of pliers. Following that, I taped the eyebrows down so I could start removing her face up. Not entirely, I just wanted to remove the rainbow eyeshadow and keep the eyelashes and eyeliner because I know I could not recreate that. Same with the eyebrows and the lip color, I did not want to mess with that either. I used 100% acetone and Q-tips to remove the eyeshadow. This took a lot of patience and elbow grease. It took me days, weeks to get rid of all of the eyeshadow, and I couldn't even get rid of it all. The blue line on top of her rainbow eyeshadow with glitter on top, irremovable. You can't get that crap off. So I just accepted it. Honestly, I gave up. I painted over the scalp. Don't ask why there are two shades of color. I started out with black because I didn't think I could make a brown color that was similar to the eyebrows, but I ended up doing it, so that's why it's in two parts. And I painted over the eyebrows. It's a little darker, but you can't really tell. Sorry for the messiness, but I finally got my order from the Doll Planet's Etsy shop. I ordered a rerouting tool and it came with a bunch of needles and this free sample of hair. Let's see. Yeah, we got the sweet lime. So there's that. I don't really see myself using this anytime soon, but I plan on keeping it. I accidentally got the wrong size. I did not do my research beforehand, and when I looked at the back so this actually contains the needles, but there are some instructions on the back and a size chart. And size 3 is the perfect size for rainbow high dolls, but I got size 5 because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I wanted to test it out, and so I did one hair in the back. So, my hair is all different sorts of lengths. Like, I thought okay, if you don't like hair, then you probably won't like seeing this, so there's just a warning there, but, this is how my hair looked. Hold on. This is how my hair looked after I cut it, and it seems pretty long, but I just grabbed a random chunk of hair and it was this long. So as healthy as I thought my hair was, there was a lot of breakage and they're all different lengths and my hair is very coarse. So anyways, enough talking. Let's get on with it. This clip was filmed on March 11th this year, so this project took me months because, like I said, I bought the wrong size needles. They kept breaking, so I had to buy new ones. Then I lost my actual tool to plug the hair in, and then I lost my needles. So yeah, you'll just see footage from random times and I'll try and put the date on the screen. I spent weeks trying to find my needles and I didn't want to buy more, so I gave up. I grabbed some super cheap needles I got from Walmart a while back and I straight up just cut them. I cut the loop so I could pick up hair and I just worked with it. So this hasn't really been a tutorial, but I thought I'd explain what I've been doing. So I grab a piece of my hair and I fold it in half, which is why the hair was shorter. I was complaining earlier in the video that the hair was short, but that was because I was folding it in half and I didn't even think about that. But anyways, fold the hair in half and you put it on the needle. Some people like to tie the hair in a knot so the hair has a stronger grip in the head after you plug it. But I was lazy. I plan on keeping this doll in a glass display case. The hair was already very hard to work with, so I just wanted to put the hair in there, glue it down, and then put it away. So I just folded the hair in half. I put the needle on the fold, through the fold I mean, and then I plugged it in the head, and that's it. That's all I did. So pretty sure if you were to grab this doll and tug on her hair, all of it would come out, but I'm just glad it's over with at this point. So I was using my own needles, like I said. These were very cheap, thick needles from Walmart. I couldn't find any smaller ones, so I worked with these for a bit. They kept breaking as I expected, but I discovered that pre-poking the plugs with a needle that had no hair in it, so I grabbed a needle and then I grabbed pliers and I would just poke all the holes I'd planned on filling within the next 10 minutes. It made the process so much easier. I broke way less needles, so if you're ever in that situation, you could do that. These clips were filmed at the end of last week, so here are a couple time lapses of me plugging the hair into the head and finishing it up. Just so it's not complete silence here, I'm gonna give you guys some tips if you'd like to do this yourself. My hair has a very specific texture, so just keep that in mind. My hair is thick and coarse, and the hairdressers told me my hair was healthy, but I experienced so much breakage, and that was probably the most annoying thing about this because I'd be in the process of plugging a hole, and with too much force, the hair would just split in half. Or you'll see towards the end, your hair is just at different lengths. Even if you didn't get layers, your hair just naturally grows at different speeds. So I did not take the time to separate the longer pieces from the shorter pieces, and I think that would have made this look a lot better if I had put the longer pieces at the bottom and tried not to use the shorter pieces. We'll talk about that later when you see the final product. I think if I were to do this again, I for sure would not fill every plug. You will also see at the end, the hair does not lay flat. And normally I like voluptuous hair, but it was too much and I could not work with it. You'll see that more towards the end, like I said 1,000 times, but yeah, I would not fill every plug. But maybe if I was using a doll where their box hairstyle was in an updo where the scalp isn't as heavily rooted as a doll with their hair down, I'd probably fill every plug just depending on the spacing, but yeah, I would not fill every plug like I did on this doll. Here's me plugging the very last hole, and I'm showing you how much hair I had left over. Not very much. I was expecting to have a lot more left over, but I'm happy I finished, and this is how it looked after. You see what I mean? There was just too much hair. They had no room to lay down. The next step was to obviously put glue in her head so the hair stays put. I didn't record that sadly, but I needed some brown eyes. I stole some from Carmen Nichols, and it took me 2 days to put the brown eyes into my doll. I had to reach out to people on Instagram to get some help. Sadly, I didn't learn anything new. I should have specified in the Instagram story that I put the head in hot water, but that's what everyone told me to do, but I had already done that, so that was my bad. But I think I just needed to let my fingers calm down because my fingers were numb and raw and in a lot of pain. So I waited 2 days and I was able to get the eyes in with a lot of force. they're in. Pretty sure I took all the paint off the eyebrows, so that's why they look like that. But at that point in time, I had given up and I moved straight into the hair washing portion, and I used the same shampoo and conditioner I use on myself, and I was hoping after rinsing her hair out, the hair would completely flatten, and I don't know why I was expecting that because it looked exactly the same, just wet. So I had to bring out a straightener. This is how Miss Girl looked after the straightening, and this is exactly when I realized I just messed up the hair rooting process. I should have only used the longer pieces and as many of the longer pieces as I could, and if I had shorter pieces, I would have rather those hairs be at the bottom near her nape. But yeah, she just has really poofy bangs. I couldn't fix it. So we've reached the end, finally. That was a very long 6 or so months. I'm so happy with how she came out. Yes, she's not perfect. The hair is a little messed up. The eyebrow paint came off and my lips are never that bright red, but I still think she's cute. Sorry if the outfit is a little underwhelming, but this is a mini-me doll and this is how I dress 90% of the time because I don't leave the house often, but I feel like this doll represents me very well. I would like to make a rainbow high doll in the future with synthetic hair so I can have more fun with the styling and maybe put the doll in a cuter outfit or something. I don't know, but this was exactly how I imagined it, maybe just a little cleaner, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the doll. A doll with human hair. What are your thoughts? If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a comment, liking, maybe even subscribing. That would make my day. And speaking of that, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you in another video. Thank you again for watching. Bye!